Imagine a night where hundreds of objects suddenly appear on radar screens across the Middle East. Air defense operators in Israel stare at their monitors, watching dozens, then hundreds of incoming threats moving across the sky. Sirens begin echoing through cities. Families rush into shelters, and fighter jets scramble into the air. Because somewhere over the horizon, a massive aerial attack has just begun. Within minutes, the skies above Israel fill with attack drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. According to military reports, more than 300 aerial weapons were launched in a single coordinated strike. This was not a small skirmish. It was one of the largest drone and missile attacks ever launched in the modern Middle East. But what made this night even more dangerous was that this was the first direct large-scale attack between Iran and Israel after decades of shadow conflict. For years, the two countries had fought indirectly. Cyber attacks, covert assassinations, secret drone strikes. But on this night, the war briefly moved into the open. And the question was simple. Could Israel stop a sky filled with hundreds of incoming weapons? Or was this the moment the region would spiral into a full-scale war? To understand this night, we have to go back to the events that triggered it. Just weeks earlier, tensions between Iran and Israel had reached a dangerous new level. A strike destroyed an Iranian diplomatic facility in Syria. Iran blamed Israel and promised retaliation. Military analysts began warning that the region was approaching a tipping point. Behind the scenes, intelligence agencies started detecting unusual activity. Missile units were moving, drone launch platforms were preparing, command centers were activating, and then, late at night, the launch orders were given. Across multiple locations, drones began taking off. Missiles followed. According to Israeli military statements, the attack included approximately 170 drones, 30 cruise missiles, 120 ballistic missiles, all launched toward Israel in a single coordinated wave. The objective was clear: overwhelm the air defense system. If enough weapons arrived at the same time, even the most advanced defenses might fail. And if that happened, the consequences could be catastrophic. This attack followed a strategy military planners call saturation warfare. Instead of launching a few powerful weapons, you launch hundreds cheap drones, decoy targets, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, all arriving together. The idea is simple. Air defense systems have limits. Each interceptor missile costs millions of dollars. Each battery can track only a certain number of targets at once. So attackers try to overload the system. Drone swarms play a key role. Slow but numerous, cheap but dangerous. They force defenders to use expensive interceptors. Meanwhile, faster cruise missiles and ballistic missiles follow behind them. This is exactly what happened during the attack. The drones were the first wave, flying for hours across the region. Then came cruise missiles. Then ballistic missiles traveling at several times the speed of sound. From a military perspective, it was a carefully designed escalation ladder, each wave testing Israel's defenses, each wave increasing pressure on the system. But Israel did not face this attack alone. Within minutes, a massive defense network activated across the region. Israeli fighter jets scrambled into the air. Air defense systems prepared to intercept incoming threats. Allies joined the operation. According to defense officials, the interception effort involved multiple countries, including the United States and regional partners. The results were dramatic. Israel reported that about 99% of the incoming drones and missiles were intercepted before reaching their targets. Many of the drones were shot down outside Israeli airspace. Fighter jets intercepted others over neighboring countries. Air defense systems, such as interceptor missiles, destroyed additional threats in midair. Explosions lit up the sky as interceptors collided with incoming drones and missiles. For civilians watching from the ground, it looked like a massive fireworks display. But behind those flashes of light, one of the largest coordinated air defense operations in modern history was unfolding. So what did this attack actually reveal? From a strategic perspective, it showed several important things. First, Iran demonstrated it could launch a large-scale coordinated drone and missile attack across long distances. Second, Israel demonstrated the power of layered air defense. Instead of relying on a single system, Israel uses multiple defensive layers: long-range interceptors, medium-range interceptors, short-range systems, and fighter jets, each layer designed to stop different threats. Military think tanks and security analysts describe the event as a test of modern air defense doctrine. Could advanced defense systems stop a massive drone swarm? At least on this night, the answer appeared to be yes, but analysts also warn that future attacks could be even larger. Hundreds of drones could become thousands. Missiles could become hypersonic. And air defense systems might eventually face more threats than they can intercept. The events of this night may shape the future of warfare. Because drone swarms are changing the battlefield, they are cheap, easy to mass produce, and capable of overwhelming even sophisticated defenses. This means future wars may not begin with tanks or ground invasions. Instead, they may begin in the sky, with waves of autonomous drones, missiles, and electronic warfare systems fighting for control of the airspace. And if one side's defenses fail, the consequences could escalate rapidly into a regional war. For now, the crisis was contained, but the message was clear. The Middle East has entered a new era of warfare, one where the battlefield is no longer just land or sea, but the sky itself. And the next time hundreds of drones appear on radar screens, the outcome might be very different.